been tracking for a week now. And that finally culminated yesterday. In fact, a bunch of reactions coming in today. So the mega merger between Aditya Birla Group's AB Nuvo and Grasim Industries has led to sharp swings in both stocks today. AB Nuvo tanked nearly 25% in trade, whereas Grasim plunged by 8% in early trade, only to recover soon though. But the stock saw their biggest single-day fall in 8 years. The Aditya Birla Group is consolidating its business by merging AB Nuvo with Grasim Industries to create a nearly 60,000 crore diversified entity. Now, the merger has seen a mixed response from market analysts as well as investors. So, market experts say that given the varied nature of businesses, shareholders of both companies would have concerns on capital allocation and business complexity. In fact, one of the largest minority investor in AB Group is Aberdeen. The FII owns 6% stake in Grasim, and speaking exclusively to CNBC TV18, Hugh Young admitted that they were taken by surprise by the restructuring. However, he has asserted that they will not pull out their investment yet.
But it certainly makes sense from a management point of view to have everything under one roof, so we agree with that. Conceptually, so we're not immediately looking at switching. We do have large exposure generally to cement within India, so we do hold the Ambujas as well. But our largest holding is Grasim. We're open to all options, whether to increase, hold, or sell.
We also spoke to Raj Balakrishna of Bank of America Merrill Lynch on the mega merger, and CNBC's TV18's Nisha Poddar started by asking him whether the merger is to fund the telecom arm of the Aditya Birla Group idea. Here's what he had to say.
I don't think that this is something which is being done from the perspective of trying to fund idea or something which is necessary for funding idea. Idea has multiple options of its own. What this does is, yes, it does combine a number of different businesses. And I think that is because the group genuinely believes that a combination of cash flow generating and growth businesses creates more value for shareholders. And that's borne out by the track record of the group.
There is an allegation coming in from many shareholders and also proxy advisory firm and representative Anil Singhvi, who came on CNBC TV18, and he said that promoters' share increases to about 40% from earlier 31%, and this seems to be the only focus for doing this entire restructuring.
That is absolutely not correct. There are two companies over here, both of which are large listed companies. The promoters held 58.8% in AB Nuvo. They held 31% roughly in Grasim. When you put the two companies together as a function of the swap ratio, if you own 58 in one and 31 in the other, it is obvious that you will own somewhere between 31 and 58 in the combined entity. If the promoters were very focused, and one thing which people don't seem to have picked up is that the Grasim 2.6% holding that it has in AB Nuvo is being cancelled as part of the scheme. Okay, as a result, the promoter holding is getting to 38.8% as opposed to 39.3% if that had not been cancelled. So if the promoters were focused on boosting their shareholding, they would not have cancelled that holding. So clearly this is not a function of that. This is a function of doing something which the promoters believe will create value for all shareholders.
AB Nuvo shareholders are also feeling slighted and cheated here because they were waiting for the financial services growth opportunity and that value unlocking there. Now net what they land up holding is 13% directly and 18% indirectly, because 57% will be held by Grasim. Isn't this in a way not in favor of AB Nuvo shareholders?
Okay, see, one of the key drivers for this entire restructuring has been to try and provide the right platform for the future growth of the financial services business. As you know, in financial services, capital is virtually a raw material. And AB Nuvo has funded the financial services business and brought it to today's level, where it is a large, attractive company with leadership positions in a number of sectors. The belief is that by putting these two companies together, it provides the right kind of parentage which would facilitate the ability to deploy capital into financial services over a period of time. Could you have done a complete spin-off of financial services? You could have done that. But in that case, the promoters would have got 58% directly in financial services. But there would have been no single entity above the financial services business which was in a position to provide that parentage and support to take it forward.
Right, so plenty of clarity coming in there from Raj Balakrishnan. He obviously is in favor of that merger between AB Nuvo and Grasim and does not believe with Anil Singhvi's views on that matter. But on that note, we'll take another break on